Hello. Coordinate geometry, second part. In this part, we'll have to understand about section formula. How to derive a section formula. Okay. What is section formula? On the Cartesian plane, x, it is y. There are 2 points. Again, I am taking the same 2 points, P and Q. These are the 2 points. P, it is Q. Let the coordinates of P, x1, y1, coordinates of Q, x2, y2. And there's a point R, coordinate x, y. Okay. What is it? The first quadrant, there are 2 points, coordinates having, I have considered coordinate x1, y1 and x2, y2. There's a point R, xy, and this point R divides joining PQ in the ratio m1 ratio m2. m1 ratio m2. Okay. So we are finding the value of x and y. It's called section formula. Right? That means there's a line segment. In that line segment, if any point is there and which is dividing to joining these 2 points in the ratio. So what is the coordinate of that point? It's a section formula. Okay. We'll have to draw perpendiculars. 1, 2 and 3. These 3 are perpendiculars. Now we'll have to draw through point P, one perpendicular on it, second perpendicular on it. Giving the name PQR, M, N, U, V, and one name is also required, that is, I'll give the name W. Okay. X. What I have done here, drop 3 perpendiculars through point P, R, Q on x-axis. PM, Rn and Q, U. And through point P and R, draw 2 perpendiculars on QU. That means at 90 degree. Now let us see triangle. One triangle is this, it is M1. That means we have to take one triangle is this. And second triangle, I am taking this one, this entire triangle. Okay. In triangle PRX and triangle PQV. PRX and triangle PQV. Okay. Are you aware of the angle-angle similarity? Angle-angle similarity. In the previous triangle chapter where 2 angles are equal, then both the triangles are similar. Here we are using the angle-angle similarity. Okay. So you'll see that this angle is a common in triangle PRX, this angle, and triangle QPV. Angle is common, one angle is common, and second is these 2 angles equal to 90 because they are perpendicular. So I'll write here angle P is equal to angle P common and angle PXR is equal to angle PVQ, each 90, by angle-angle similarity rule. Triangle PRX is similar to triangle PQV. Okay. Therefore, by CPST, corresponding parts of similar triangle, sides are in the same ratio. So I write their sides in the same ratio. M1 upon M1 plus M2. M1 upon M1 plus M2 is equal to PX upon PV is equal to Rx upon QV. Any doubt in it? One small side, big side, small side, big side, small side, big side. That means the corresponding sides are two triangles. Okay. M1 upon M1 plus M2 is equal to, now let us discuss about to find the values of Px, Pv, Rx and Qv. Okay. Here. Look at this. First of all, I am taking the value of Px. Px. This is Px. Px is equal to Mn. Mn. Mn, that means On minus On. Mn, that means On minus On. What is the value of On? Intercept on x-axis is x. Minus OM. Intercept on x-axis x1. X minus x1. Got it? Second, I am finding the value of PV. Where's the PV? This is PV. PV is equal to MU. MU, what does it mean? OU minus OM. OU, intercept on x-axis x2. Intercept on x-axis OU. x2 minus OM, intercept on x-axis x1. Okay. Next one is Rx. Rx. Where is Rx? This is Rx. That means the total vertical line minus xn. So this is total. What is the value of this one? Y. Or first I am writing here Rx is equal to Rn minus xn. What is Rn? Rn, that is y minus xn. This is equal to, this xn is length which is equal to pm, that means y1. And last is qv. Qv is equal to qu minus vu. Qu, total distance, length, that is y2 minus vu. It is y1. Okay. So these are the values of it. These values I am going to substitute here. M1 upon M1 plus M2 is equal to Px, x minus x1 upon Pv, x2 minus x1 is equal to Rx, y minus y1 upon y2 minus y1. Got it? In this equation, there are three terms, 1, 2 and 3. Now I am taking first and second, cross multiply and finding the value of x. After that, I will take first and third, cross multiply and find the value of y. Okay. First and second. y1 and 2. Cross multiply. M1 upon M1 plus M2 is equal to x minus x1 upon x2 minus x1. Okay. Cross multiply. M1 x2 minus M1 x1 is equal to these two numbers, M1 multiplied by x, M1x minus M1 x1 plus M2x and minus M2 x1. Okay. After that, M1 x1 minus M1 x1. They are same. Cancel. It is left M1 x2 is equal to M1x plus M2x minus M2 x1 minus M2 x1. What we are doing here, we are finding the value of x. So whatever the terms having x will be kept one side. M1 x2 this will be shifted here. So it is coming plus m2x1 is equal to m1x plus m2x. m1x2 plus m2x1 is equal to x common. It is m1 plus m2. Outside there is x. So what is the value of x? m1x2 plus m2x1 upon m1 plus m2 is equal to x. This is the value of x. Okay. Now if I take first and third, then only the replacement is in place of x there is a y. So where there is a x2 it is y2, x1 it is y1, this is y. Only this is the difference. So same as when I take these two terms. So here I can write here. Similarly, y is equal to m1 y2 plus m2 y1 upon m1 plus m2. Okay. So friends, this is called section formula, the value of x. This value of x is equal to m1 x2 plus m2 x1 upon m1 plus m2. And the value of y is equal to m1 y2 plus m2 y1 upon m1 plus m2. Okay. So this is a section formula. You will remember and memorize by this diagram also. This first ratio is multiplied by first term plus second ratio multiplied by first term upon m1 plus m2. That is the value of x. So the first ratio multiplied by the second term plus second ratio multiplied by the second term upon m1 plus m2. That is the value of y. Okay. So that is called the section formula. In this section formula, one corollary is also, that means one extended part. Let us discuss of that. If the point R, if the point R lies between P and Q, that means the position of R is at middle to P and Q. That means the R is at an equidistance from P and Q. Then what happens? Okay. Section formula is this. X is equal to m1 x2 plus m2 x1 upon m1 plus m2, and y is equal to m1 y2 plus m2 y1 upon m1 plus m2. This is section formula, where R is internally, that means R is in the interior of PQ. If R is at middle, R is at middle in PQ. R is at middle in PQ, then what happens? Middle, what does it mean? That means PR is equal to QR. PR is equal to QR. Okay. PR is equal to QR. And if PR is equal to QR, both the ratios are same. That means the value of M1 is equal to M2 is equal to 1. Because actually it is the ratio. If both the terms are equal, suppose they are coming 4 and 4. 4 upon 4, 1 is to 1. So the simplest ratio form is always 1 is to 1. M1 and M2 when you divide it, then the result is always coming 1. So M1, M2 is equal to 1. Okay. In place of M1, M2, if I put here 1, then what happens? X is equal to M1 1 into X2 plus M2 1 into X1 upon 1 plus 1. So it is coming X1 plus X2 upon 2, and Y is equal to M1 1 into Y2 plus 1 into Y1 upon 1 plus 1. So it is coming Y1 plus Y2 is equal upon 2. Okay. X1 plus X2 upon 2 and Y1 plus Y2 upon 2. These are the two values of X and Y. This is the condition when R situated at the middle of PQ. So this is the value X1 plus X2 upon 2 and Y1 plus Y2 upon 2 is called midpoint formula. midpoint formula. What does it mean? If the point lying between these 2 points at the middle, so rather than using this direct, we can use here x1 plus x2 upon 2 and y1 plus y2 upon 2. So this is the section formula which I have found for internally. Internally, that means R inside PQ. Sometimes the situation is different. Suppose R is outside of PQ. R is outside of the PQ. Then doing the same thing, only the difference is this plus sign will becomes minus sign. So it is interior. By the way, in this class 10, we'll have to use internally only. But for the externally, you remember this plus becomes minus. It is minus. It is minus and minus. Only this is the difference. That means the R is situated outside of the PQ. Okay. So this is a section formula and midpoint formula. Now I am taking some questions from this exercise 7.3. 7.2. Exercise 7.2. Question number 1. Find the coordinate Question number 1. Find the coordinates of the point which divides the line join of -1, 7 and 4, 3 and 4, 3. 1, 7 and 4, 3 in the ratio 2:3. In the ratio 2:3. Find the coordinate of the point. Same situation, this is a diagram. Suppose it is P -1, 7, that is Q 4, 3. Let the point R, its coordinate x, y, dividing in the ratio 2:3. You can make a diagram like that. Okay. It would be very helpful for you to solve the question. By section formula. By section formula. What is the section formula? X is equal to m1 x2 plus m2 x1 upon m1 plus m2. And y is equal to m1 y2 plus m2 y1 upon m1 plus m2. That is the section formula. Substitute the value x is equal to m1 x2. This is x1 y1. It is x1 y1. Here is x2 y2 m1 and that is m2. Okay. And I told you as the diagram, when you put the value direct, this first ratio 2 multiplied by 4. So 2 multiplied by 4 plus second ratio 3 multiplied by -1 upon m1 plus m2 2 plus 3. And y is equal to first ratio multiplied by second term plus second ratio multiplied by here second term 7 upon m1 plus m2 2 plus 3. Okay. Only substitution is there in the formula. X is equal to 4 to the 8 minus 3 upon 5. Y is equal to 6 plus 21 upon 5. So the value of x is equal to 8 minus 3, 5 upon 5, that is 1. And y is equal to 21 plus 6, it is 27 upon 5. Okay. 1 and 27 upon 5. So the point are 1 and 27 upon 5. Okay. This is okay. Y is equal to 2 multiplied by 3 and 3 multiplied by 7. 6, 27 plus 6. 21 plus 6, 27. So these are the points. Okay. Another question I am taking. second question of the same exercise, question number 2. Number 2, find the coordinates of the point of trisection of the line joining the point 4, -1 and -2, -3. Find the coordinates of the points of trisection of the line joining the point A, B. Coordinates are given 4 and -1 and -2, -3. Okay. Question is, find the coordinates of the point of trisection. Trisection, that means this line segment is dividing into 3 parts. Okay. So let us see, one point is P, second point is Q. The coordinate, we'll consider let the points be P, x1, y1 and Q, x2, y2. Okay. We are finding the coordinates of point P and Q. Since it is dividing into trisection, what does it mean? 3 equal parts. So it is 1, this is 1 and here is also 1. So if we are going to find the coordinates of point P, coordinate of P, this is x1, y1. This P is divides to join AB in the ratio 1:1. This is 1 part and that is 2 part. So may I write here 1:2. This P divides to join AB in the ratio 1:2. Okay. Using section formula, what the section formula says, x is equal to m1 x2. So it is 1, this complete is 2. m1 x2, 1 multiplied by -2 plus 2 multiplied by 4 upon m1 plus m2, 1 plus 2. What is coming? -2 plus 8 upon 3, 6 upon 3, that means it is 2. And y is equal to 1 multiplied by -3 plus 2 multiplied by -1 upon 1 plus 2 -3 -2 upon 3 -5 upon 3. So these are the points x1 and it's x1 and y1, because point P I have taken x1, y1. So the value of x1, y1 is 2 and the value of this point P is 2, -5/3. Got it? Now we are going to find the coordinates of point P. Coordinate Q, x2, y2. Coordinate Q, x2, y2. This Q is dividing in the ratio 2:1. Or the second thing which we can do here, Q is at the midpoint of PB. Q is at, coordinate of Q is at midpoint of PB. This Q is at midpoint of PB, 1:1. So here direct we can use midpoint formula. By midpoint formula. So if I use the midpoint formula, then x2 is equal to x2, this is x2, y2. x2 is equal to x1 plus x2 upon 2. That means 2 minus 2 upon 2. 0 upon 2, that means it is 0. And y is equal to -5/3 -3 -5/3 plus minus 3 upon 2. So now what is the result? Minus 9 and minus 5. Minus 14 upon 3. Minus 14 upon 3 upon 2. So it is coming 14 upon 1, 3 upon 2. It is going upside. So what is the result is coming? See, 1, these two terms, and it is upon 1. So 1 is going upside. 14 upon 6 is coming. That means 7 upon 3. Minus 7 upon 3. So the point x2, y2 is 0, comma, minus. This is 0, comma, minus 7 upon 3. These are 2 points of the trisection points. Okay. Next one is now I want to take a question. Yes, one question I am taking. It's a very interesting question, number 6. Sixth question. Sixth question of this exercise, that is, if 1 2 4y x6 4y x6 and 3 5 are the vertices of a parallelogram, and 3 5 are the vertices of parallelogram taken in order. Find the values of x and y. Okay. Question is 4 vertices of a parallelogram taken in order. Taken in order, what does it mean? The meaning is, suppose this is a parallelogram A, B, C, D. So we are taking in order A, B, C, D or A, B, C, D. These 4 taken in order. So I have taken let A 1 2, B 4y, C x 6 and D is 3, 5. These are taken in order. Question is, find the values of x and y. Okay. Here we have 2 options. Option number 1, because we know that one property of parallelogram that opposite sides are equal. So we'll use the distance formula AB and distance formula CD. We'll compare AB is equal to DC, getting 2 equations in the form of x and y. Second, we'll have to take AD is equal to BC, taking another equation in the form of x and y. We are getting 2 equations after calculation, finding the values of x and y. But this method is not so easy. It's not so simple. Maybe possible that the values are getting in the form of quadratic term or it's a difficult term. Second way, we know that another property of parallelogram, that is, this is diagonals of parallelogram bisect each other. So that is, I think, the best property to be used here, especially for this question. Parallelogram property, you know that the diagonals of parallelogram bisect each other. They are not, in fact, they are not equal, but they are bisect each other. Okay. They bisect each other. AC, one diagonal, second diagonal is BD. This is O. Okay. So what to write here? As we know that here, starting from here, as we know that diagonals of parallelogram bisect each other. each other. Okay. Diagonals of parallelogram bisect each other. That means OA is equal to OC and OB is equal to OD. Is that okay? They are equal. Got it? If they are equal, what does it mean? In AC, if I use midpoint formula, in AC, by midpoint formula. Okay. Can we use the midpoint formula? The coordinate of O, coordinate O is the coordinate of this O. If I'll use the midpoint formula, so what's the midpoint formula says? X1 plus X2 upon 2. So may I write here 1 plus X upon 2 and 2 plus 6 upon 2. It's okay? X1 plus X2 upon 2 and 2 plus 6 upon 2. These are the coordinate of point O. In BD, first I have used the midpoint formula in AC. Second, the midpoint formula can be used in BD because BD is also the same situation, having OB is equal to OD. In BD, using midpoint formula. Okay. So here we are using midpoint formula. What is coming here? Coordinate O. Coordinate O here. 4 plus 3 upon 2. And the second is y plus 5 upon 2. Is that okay? Coordinate O and coordinate O. And you know that on the Cartesian plane, if the coordinate of O, so these are the unique. That means the value of x and the value of y is only one value. It's a fixed value. It is not possible that the values are different. So what does it mean? This first part can be compared by the first part and the second part is compared by the second part. Okay. So therefore 4 plus 3 upon 2 is equal to 1 plus x upon 2. 2 cancel. 7 is equal to 1 plus x. Therefore x is equal to 7 minus 1, 6. This is the value of x. Comparison of the second term, y plus 5 upon 2 is equal to 2 plus 6 upon 2. 2 cancel. Y plus 5 is equal to 6 plus 2, 8. Y is equal to 8 minus 5, 3. So the point x is equal to 6 and y is equal to 3. So the values of x and y are 6 and 3 respectively. Okay. Another question from this exercise. One is given, this is question number 8, A and B respectively find the coordinates of P such that AP is equal to 3 upon 7 AB. P lies on the line segment. Question number 8. Eighth question also I am taking from it. Question number 8. It's a very confusing question. Number 8. What the question says? 8th question is, if A and B, the coordinates of A and B are given -2, -2, and B 2 and -4. Okay. Respectively find the coordinates of P such that AP is equal to 3 upon 7 AB. AP is equal to 3 upon 7 AB. here's a condition. Find the coordinates of P such that AP is equal to 3 upon 7 AB. What does it mean? Suppose this is the position of P. X comma Y. AP is equal to 3 upon 7 AB. What does it mean? There are AP 3 parts and AB is total 7 parts. These are 3 parts. Here are 3. And AB total, how many parts? 7 parts. This is the meaning. AP is equal to 3 upon 7 AB. 3/7 of AB is equal to AP. So these up to here 3. Can you tell me what is the value from P to B? 7 minus 3, it is 4. So that means AP ratio PB is equal to 3/4. Is that okay? It is not actually 3/7. It is 3/4. AP is to PB 3/4. Now we are finding the coordinates of point P by section formula. X is equal to M1 X2. M1 3, M2 4, X1 Y1, X2 Y2. M1 X2. So I am writing directly here M1 X2 2 plus M2 4, X1 minus 2 upon M1 plus M2 3 plus 4 7. What is coming? 3 2s are 6 minus 8 upon 7. 6 minus 8 minus 2 upon 7. Okay. Y is equal to M1 Y2 3 multiplied by Y2 minus 4 plus M2 4 multiplied by Y1 minus 2 upon M1 plus M2 minus 12 minus 8 upon 3 plus 4 7. Minus 12 minus 8 same sign will be added, minus 20 upon 7. Okay. So that means the coordinates of point P has the coordinate P minus 2 upon 7 and minus 20 upon 7. These are the coordinates of point P. Okay. Okay, so this is the exercise 7.2, and in my next lecture I will discuss with you area of triangle, how to derive the area of triangle when the coordinates are given. That means there is a triangle, 3 coordinates are given, to derive a formula of area of triangle. This is our part 2, so in part 3 we'll have to discuss about the derivation of area of triangles. Till then, bye, thank you.